An officer shared this video after watching an old property for several weeks. When he started working night shifts, he began hearing strange noises around the area. On this particular night, things got so weird that he decided to start recording.
I hope you can hear this. It sounds like gorillas fighting in the tree. They're breaking limbs bigger around than me. I've never seen anything like it in my life. This is the second time I've come over here. And the first time when I got up under them trying to figure out what it was, they started breaking limbs off and throwing them at me. And I still cannot figure out what it is. Look, they're ruining this freaking place. What in God's name is it? It's bigger than me, whatever it is. Because it's breaking limbs off that it would take me 2 minutes to saw. Look, that's bigger than me. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. What in Jesus' name is doing this? Oh my God, he just took half the tree down. Something, oh my God, oh my God.
While it's hard to make out, you can see what looks like a strange creature sitting in the branches. Some people think this might be an alien. Could that be true? The next day, another officer took a picture near the same trees where branches had been broken the night before. Whatever it is, it doesn't look like anything we know. The officers still can't explain what they saw that night. What do you think it could be? This video was also found on Reddit. It was recorded by another security camera, which was placed in a cafeteria or bar. The night guard immediately noticed that something was wrong and made his way down there. A flash of light can be seen, and then there are outlines of a person. Nobody should have been around at the time though. When the security guard arrives, however, he can't find anybody anymore. So, what was going on here? Nobody had any explanation for this event that night. What a mystery. Wojo397 has uploaded the following clip, which he captured one night on his dashboard camera while he was on the road with his wife. He called the video Ghost Cop. The man posted it to the paranormal section of Reddit. He wrote, "When we saw it, it was distinctively red and blue lights, like a cop car. The video does not do it justice. I thought we were getting pulled over and we looked down the split and there was nothing, just a dark straight." A Apparently they saw a police car in the distance that, after a few seconds, just vanished. Some people say that it either could have been a reflection of his own lights, or that the mysterious car maybe pulled out towards the right, which was not captured by his camera. What do you think? The next encounter has been shared by Robin Montgomery, who states that the night of this recording, she was home alone with her 1-year-old daughter, and while Robin was using the bathroom, she started recording a video, as her little daughter wanted to come into the bathroom as well. However, it appears that something else was outside the bathroom door with Robin's little daughter.
Favorite?
Out. Out.
Favorite?
There seemed to be a pretty sinister face peeking through the door slit, which is extremely strange, as it appears to be attached to the baby somehow. Some people describe that they actually can see a skull here, and whatever it was does not appear human. And then there's also this weird little hand, which has a completely different color than the hand of her daughter that we see on the left, and it also seems somehow attached to this weird skull. What do you make out of this sighting? Did something otherworldly take place here? Something demonic, perhaps? The site was infamous for a tragic train accident years ago, with many locals convinced that the derelict train cars were haunted by the victims. The man, intrigued by the old train cars, didn't anticipate encountering anything unusual. However, while inspecting one of the train cars near an old restroom, something caught his attention. Through the toilet opening, he briefly saw a pale face that vanished almost as quickly as it appeared. Dismissing the sight as odd but not alarming, he continued his exploration. Yet something far more disturbing awaited him in another cart. As he swept his camera toward a bed, a figure resembling a body came into view, lying still, only to disappear moments later. While some argue the footage was the result of clever editing, others believe the figure could have been one of the long-lost victims of the train accident. Regardless of the truth, the exploration left an eerie impression. Whether the man captured anything further remains a mystery. The following video was recorded by a truck driver who was delivering a freight. The job took him through several hundred miles of road already, and he stated that he was driving for a good 7 hours at this point. The area that he was passing through at the time is apparently notorious for its many mysterious encounters. Every so often there would be a strange article in the local newspaper about ghostly apparitions that are crossing the road, or hitchhikers that were seen disappearing on the side of the road when people pulled over to give them a ride. But then there are even more creepy reports of the ghost of a lady who can be seen every now and then, standing in the middle of the road, but missing parts of her upper body. Strange, isn't it? Well, this man believes to have come eye to eye with her that night.
Órale, que díchalo, órale que sí, buenas, pero muy buenas madrugadas, para la pinche tardazo, pero que no le haces a la escucha. Órale que sí,
People do claim to see a pair of legs that could be belonging to a woman, perhaps in a white skirt of some sorts. It is particularly creepy, since the skin is all grey, making many believe that this is indeed the spirit of somebody that might be bound to that place. Could this be? But then there's also a weird orb-like object right on top of that skirt. What exactly it is? The driver had no idea, but in his mind it is clear that it's not stemming from our world. Very eerie indeed. Steven, who typically enjoys playing Rocket League with his friends on Tuesdays, had a night that veered far from the usual fun. The group of friends had a tradition of gaming together on their day off, but this particular evening was marred by unsettling events. A few days prior, Steven and some friends had visited what he describes as a haunted house, where they decided to use a Ouija board. They claimed to have made contact with spirits, but unbeknownst to them, one of these entities seemed to attach itself to Steven. That night, the haunting made its presence known.
It's haunted. I've been f***ing around with Ouija boards, and I was stupid enough to bloody invite demons to possess me and because I didn't believe in it. But ever since then, every time I'm here by myself, I hear outside. So I'm playing Rocket League. Oh, did you hear that? Oh, what the... No way. No way. Hello? Is anybody here? Why is that moving? Hello? Is anybody here? Oh my god, man.
As Steven settled in for his usual gaming session, he noticed something peculiar. The chandelier in the main hallway began shaking violently, despite no open windows or drafts. This unexplained phenomenon left him uneasy, especially after earlier noticing that a door had moved on its own. Although this was unsettling, he initially lacked concrete evidence that a ghost had followed him home. The situation escalated when he entered the kitchen. There, the lights started flickering uncontrollably as he approached them.
No. Hello? I heard you. No. No way. No way. Oh my god. Hello? And I swear I just saw a shadow moving here.
This bizarre behavior finally convinced Steven that his home might indeed be haunted. Despite his attempts to rationalize the flickering lights as a possible electrical fault, he noted that this was an entirely new issue for his house and that the lights never flickered again after that night. Was it a supernatural presence, or simply a loose wire causing the disturbances? The ambiguity remains, leaving Stephen with lingering doubts and a heightened sense of apprehension. Now we want to take a look at another chilling case of a young man that's being haunted in his very own house. Imagine arriving home after work and hearing a noise in the garage. As you investigate, you discover a strange object on the ground. When approaching it, you are met with something you simply have no explanation for.
Empiezo a grabar porque acabamos de llegar a la casa. Escuchamos un ruido fuerte, salimos, no hay nadie, pero vemos una bolsa. El perro está un poco inquieto. Un trapo, una bolsa que no estaba.
No hay nadie allá afuera.
Y no hay nadie afuera. Agárrame. Voy a ver qué es lo que es.
Y el perro estaba bien inquieto, bien chillón.
¿La agarré con la mano?
No, pues no.
Así.
A ver, espera. ¿Qué es eso?
Una carta.
¿Cómo hacer una carta? No, no es
Una foto. Con la cara rasgada.
no eres tú.
No.
No la agarres con las manos.
Una cabeza de un juguete.
No, Angelo, eso es malo, güey. No puedes agarrar las cosas con las manos.
Hay huevo en eso,
Qué
Liz. Hay huevo.
Qué asco, güey.
Una cadena.
No agarres nada. Nada más con un palito mueve.
¿Sabes qué me preocupa? Que está la niña y está esto acá.
Espérate, pues ya.
¿Qué es esto?
Es que sabes que eso es como
Esto, Liz.
brujería o...
Es parte del muñeco.
A ver, voltealo. ¿Qué es un arete?
No.
No agarres nada.
Rama sí tiene huevo.
No, sácalo.
No, ¿sabes qué? Lo voy a quemar todo esto.
Sácalo.
Preocupa por la niña. Ya vete para allá con la niña.
Many of his viewers stated that he should have never touched it with bare hands, because in doing so, he might have opened the door even wider to the world of the inexplicable.
Miren, empiezo a grabar porque van 3 noches seguidas que me venían en la puerta, pero especialmente el llavero, ahorita está quieto, pero se empieza a menear de la nada. Miren. Ahí como que se ve que se está, que se está empezando a menear y no hay aire, no hay nada. No me explico, me voy a parar.
What's really strange is that the audio seemed to malfunction as soon as the man got up and walked towards the door.
No puede ser aire porque la ventana está cerrada, entonces ya van días que me pasa lo mismo. No sé a qué se deba, pero hay veces que hasta la puerta me la menean. Ahorita ya se quedó quieto. Pero sí, de vez en cuando, no sé por qué, siempre a partir... Miren. A partir de las 12 como que me lo menean, ¿ya vieron? O sea, no hay aire, miren. No hay aire ni nada. Me voy a parar otra vez a pararlo. Porque sí, son 3 noches seguidas las que está pasando esto. Entonces, no me da miedo ni nada, pero me intriga, o sea, ¿por qué antes no pasaba y ahorita empieza a pasar? Repito, no hay hilo, no hay no hay truco, no hay nada. Entonces aquí estoy solo, obviamente en mi casa. No hay nada, entonces no sé qué
What's strange is that the activity had stopped for almost 6 months at this point. But this night, however, he heard some eerie noises from downstairs and had to soon realize that he wasn't out of the woods at all.
Después de 6 meses, estoy solo otra vez y empiezo a escuchar ruidos abajo. Qué raro está eso. Por eso es que empiezo a grabar. No sé si ustedes lograron escuchar algo, pero yo sí. Y estoy solo en la casa. Ya habían sido 6 meses que no pasaba nada. Clarito lo escuché aquí abajo. pero no. El refri estaba cerrado. Voy a dejar todo prendido porque sí me está dando miedo esto. Y sigo escuchando ruidos. Voy de salida.
As he approached the refrigerator door, we can hear a strange moaning sound. And this was just the beginning.
Porque escuché ruidos en la parte de arriba del barandal. A ver si escuché. Cierran y abren las puertas. La verdad que no quiero subir. Ya no tengo nada de protección, no traje nada de protección. Y se siente el ambiente pesado. Como pueden ver, las puertas están cerradas. Y el que se abrió. Estoy seguro que se abrió.
Some of his viewers noticed that as he climbed the stairs, the silhouette of a woman can be seen behind the shower door. And people speculate that this woman might have even been wearing a hospital gown. Pretty terrifying for sure. And it could not be explained how this sighting was possible. The case remains open, and we will take another look at it very soon, I'm sure of it. This collection of surveillance footage from different locations in the United States shows something that's hard to explain, an unusual organic mass descending from above, before apparently reshaping itself into a humanoid form. Though we don't know who originally released these recordings, they've sparked intense debate about what mysterious events might be unfolding around us. A team of forest rangers spotted something unusual this night, a bright glowing object that appeared to land near a small town's outskirts. They rushed to investigate the scene and captured this footage.
Epa, parece que caiu algo, né?
Eu acho que caiu alguma coisa aí, meu, do céu, sei lá. Eu acho. Porque é uma luz diferente, ela não aumenta. Ela não aumenta. Pode ver que eu não vi, Pode voltar, bora. Ei, volta. Ei, pai, e a fumaça dela é diferente, né?
É, caiu alguma coisa do céu, pai?
Gente, foi alguma coisa que caiu do céu aí, gente. E detalhe, gente, não diminui e nem aumenta. Vai mais pra frente aí, que tá na pista. Vai rapidinho. Vai aí, cara. aqui. Não vai pra lá, não.
What they filmed has left many wondering if they documented evidence of an alien visitor exploring our forests.
Tem outro bem ali, ó.
Now we are taking a look at another really odd dashcam recording, which was taken by a man who was on the way home one night. He tells us that it is pretty uncommon to come across people on that road, since it's very narrow and not intended for pedestrians. It was also very late that night, slimming down the chances that anybody would decide to walk these streets. Nevertheless, he came across a strange woman. The woman seems to be wearing red clothing of some sorts, but she's not carrying any light source, meaning that she must have been walking up that road for hours in pitch darkness. But the man didn't think anything of it and drove past her, only to run into her again a few minutes later. How was that possible? How could the lady be walking up this pitch-black mountain road faster than a car? Of course this is impossible, and the man was sure that he must have captured a ghost that night. The following video was uploaded by user BunnyToes. She states the following. Unknown voice, unknown entity. A couple of years ago, I gave my old iPhone SE to my grandkids. They like to take a bunch of pictures and videos, so I went through it to delete stuff to make sure they have space. I was going through their phone on Christmas Eve 2018 when I came across this video. This video shook me to the core though. After 2 years, this still creeps me out and I still think about this almost every day.
Let's change your butt. You smell like you poopy.
What do you guys think? Could they capture the spirit of their grandma here? Or was something else visiting from another realm? Maybe even a shadow person? The following video was shared by a family who say that they have been traveling at the time and they were staying at a hotel room as their son was recording a little video diary. They might have captured something else as well. They are pretty certain that this was a ghost that was standing just millimeters behind their mother. What makes this even stranger is that this ghost looks like a close family member they have lost not too long ago, which might mean that their loved one was visiting them that day and taking part in the video diary. If that's not the case, how else do we explain this? This is pretty scary for sure. Was this just video editing, or was there something else going on? Security staff at a train station caught the following on camera and shared what happened. Out of nowhere, what looked like a portal appeared in mid-air. People nearby were pretty freaked out by what they saw. But here's the weird part. Just minutes later, the same thing showed up again in the train station's parking lot. This has got lots of people wondering if they witnessed something supernatural. This video was recorded by a paranormal enthusiast who was hoping to capture something interesting in a so-called haunted location. It says that he was alone at the time, which of course cannot be confirmed. At this point, the man seems to realize that something was off though. A shadow is moving by the door in the background. I'm not sure if this apparition even has visible legs. Is it a spirit or just a hoax? Revolving around user WinMCPix, who's documenting the haunting of his house for several years now. Lately, the family couldn't only hear terrible noises ever so often, but also they started seeing a strange shadow being, which had the eerie statue of a child, and they even seemed to capture it on camera ever so often.
Hello? Ever since our cat passed away, things have kind of been picking up. I'm not going back there. Hello? Damn it. Who are you? Get that here. Jeez. Dude. Stop. No.
Did you hear that? Take another listen.
Dude.
But the activity didn't stop there today.
Yes? Hello? What is that? Who are you? I'm not gonna hurt you. Leave my lights alone. So I don't know if you're going to see what I'm seeing, but this is on repeat. This happens over and over, and then the knocking happens. The knocking, there it is, and it just goes and goes until you tell it to stop. Can you stop, please? I mean, it's just right there. That's new. Okay. Whatever you are, you gotta go. And that's... Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Goodbye.
Some people were speculating that this ghost could perhaps be stuck in a never-ending loop. But after the following encounter, I think this theory is out of the window, since the ghost seems to be moving freely in Wynn's house.
Go lie down. It's okay. Lie down. Stay. I've been doing this all morning and I don't have time for this today. Stop. Hey buddy. I got too much going on. You gotta cut it out. Okay, I'm just gonna set it up, paper towels, and we'll just let the phone roll. I asked you if you gotta go or you gotta go downstairs or something. Wherever you're gonna go, you gotta go. Calm down. He's okay. Please, not today. Just, holy cow. Little buddy.
It is believed that Wynn couldn't see this thing at the time, and that only the camera had picked it up. Could he be dealing with a trickster spirit that likes to play games? If you want to see more, make sure to check out his profile. Mandy, a resident of the Appalachian Mountains, recently shared some unnerving footage that has captivated and disturbed many. Known for its legends of mysterious entities such as skinwalkers and ghosts, the Appalachian region is a hotbed of supernatural speculation. Mandy's security camera, installed on her heavily wooded property, might just provide evidence for these eerie tales. In the dead of night, the camera captured a disheveled woman approaching Mandy's doorstep in a manner that was both strange and unsettling. Her movements were eerie, and throughout the footage, disembodied voices can be heard repeatedly saying, "Let me in your house." These voices do not appear to originate from Mandy herself. When the motion-activated light illuminated the area, the woman recoiled into the surrounding darkness, visibly startled by the sudden illumination. Mandy, visibly shaken by what she saw, reports that such unsettling encounters are not entirely new to her. Despite her experiences, she remains bewildered and unsettled by these occurrences. Online commentators have speculated whether the eerie figure could be a skinwalker, a concept rooted in Navajo tradition, where these malevolent entities are believed to have the power to shapeshift into various forms, including humans and animals. Others suggest it might be a ghostly presence from the haunted woods surrounding her home. The true nature of the figure remains unknown, but Mandy's footage has certainly added fuel to the ongoing debate about the supernatural inhabitants of the Appalachian Mountains.